everyone, Retro Ed here. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to the channel dedicated to old school video games and toys. I'm here today with another pickup video. If you've watched any of my previous content, you'll know that a lot of the items that I pick up tend to originate from the likes of eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Spock, CX, etc. Where all of these items here in fact come from a few auctions that I've been doing recently. And I tend to, purely to mix it up, every 2-3 times a year, I'll look at different sources, including auctions, and just try and accumulate and gather some stuff that perhaps I wouldn't usually kind of ordinarily pick up via those other sources. So it can literally be a bit of a mixed bag of things, and sometimes you end up with some good surprises in the box, because some of them are like bulk items, and then equally you may end up with some stuff which is of less interest. If that's the case, then I tend to put it on the likes of eBay and get it into the hands of a collector that may appreciate it a bit more than me. It may lend a bit better to their collection. So yeah, no video games. It's purely like toys, some memorabilia items, a couple of little added extras that I wasn't necessarily aware on. I kind of didn't spot when I was putting the bids in. I don't spend that much money when I'm doing kind of auctions. I do pick and choose. Obviously, the type of auction I'm looking for. I tend to go for like midweek, a bit of a quieter off-peak period, because wrongly or rightly, it kind of does tend to drive down the prices a little bit in terms of what you're getting. And even if you overlay the buyer's fees and delivery, it's in this particular one of these lots has come out really good price. So I'm quite pleased with. So yeah, if we go through, I'm going to have to, I'll be up front, I'm going to need to do a cut in the middle, just so I can rearrange the room to show a couple of items at the end, which are just not going to be able to fit in the screen unless I do a bit of jiggery pokery around the room. So yeah, there will be a cut once I've gone through the items laid in front of me. So yeah, I hope you like, and that's kind of, without me blabbering on too much, let's go through the items. So the first one, and it's not particularly old. So this particular puppet's from 2000 made in 2004 by NECA, and it's I'm sure you'll recognise it, but it's the doll or the puppet from the Saw movies, which I didn't know. I had to look it up. But his name is Billy, which is quite interesting. So that's kind of item number one. Item number two, I probably need a bit of help with. Obviously, some kind of zombie creature. There's not too many clues. I'm not going to show on the camera, I don't think. But it's got Universal Studios on the bottom. There's no like date stamp on it. Obviously, a bit of a zombie fella. I haven't tried it. I've just noticed there's a battery compartment at the back. So unless it's kind of a bit of a screamy zombie yell, if he says anything semi-meaningful, it might be a clue as to where he's from. Got a charming little dagger there. Bit of a blow to the head. If anyone recognises him from a movie or video game, please give me a shout. Say him, could be a her. Who knows? The next three are from McFarlane range. So this is late 90s, again kind of horror figures, and the first one, which again you'll probably recognise even without the mask, but it's Jason from the Friday the 13th movies. I'm not sure how you attach it, but yeah, with the mask. But really like lovely detail, pretty gory, but you can flex the arm, flex the torso. It's very like detailed. Quite an amazing thing. Been through a bit of a battering, but yeah, pretty cool. So here's the first one from the range. The next one, and this fella used to scare the absolute crap out of me as a kid, but again I'm sure you'll recognise. So Leatherface from the Chainsaw Massacre. Comes with a little hammer. I haven't properly investigated these. I'm not entirely sure if they're complete or if some of them may or may not be missing any accessories. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, he comes with He's got his apron. You can kind of, did ever look at some online images, you could tuck his tie away if you want. Again, he's fairly poseable. Head doesn't move, but the arms, legs do. And the old pièce de résistance. It's the ruddy great chainsaw, which is probably going to make him impossible to balance. But again, the detail. I've been hacking away. It's a bit of an angle on it. So he's pretty cool. And no accessories with this one because it's built on. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. The old pizza face himself. Like superb detail. I don't have many. I mean, don't tend to go and buy this kind of stuff. The main reason was the next couple of items which drew me in, and these came with it, so can't grumble. So these particular ones are from Universal Studios, and it's kind of the Movie Monster collection. Again, late 90s. I'm not entirely sure don't think they're date stamped. And made by Kenner. So the first one, it's not Frankenstein, it's Frankenstein's monster. So pretty cool. See, it's like the Boris Karloff rendition of the monster. Don't know if I'm going to show you. Yeah, got a bit of a label in the back, and then Kenner. So he's a bit of a dude. And then the next one up is the Wolfman. Similar kind of age in terms of when this toy was released. And I don't know if this was originally part of it, but there was a triple pack this one came with. Pretty cool, but yeah, no accessories with these, but they're quite nice. I wouldn't mind a shirt like that. It's pretty decent. This one. So this is, I had to look it up, it's a Metalunan Alien. I've never seen the film, but the 1955 film, This Island Earth. And it's kind of a bit metallic in places. Sure, it's not like hand painted, but it's phenomenal. Even the spooky brain, it's just like crazy detail. Quite like that fella. To find some space for him somewhere. Quite an evil claw. He's going to struggle with his cutlery, I think, with those. Pretty decent. Still with a monster theme, but a very, very different type of monster. There's this little fella. It's obviously from Jurassic Park. I think it's like Kenner Toys, Velociraptor. From, I think it's the first series of toys that they released. It's pretty cool. And a bit of a random find. Bit harsh how those Jurassic Park bods used to brand their animals like cows, like cattle. Pretty cool. And then the final item, which I completely missed when I was looking at the description of the lot, is Halloween. So it's a 25th anniversary edition. But you're probably going to struggle to see, but apparently, hopefully it's authentic, but yeah, it's signed by Jamie Lee Curtis. Not during any showings of Halloween. In fact, it was done, according to the description, when she was, I think in the UK for the Freaky Friday premiere. So that was signed. So I don't actually have this on DVD, so even if it's complete fake or whatever, just for the movie alone, which I love. See John Carpenter, awesome music, super spooky, more suspense than gore, an absolute bloody classic. So yeah, can't grumble. Right, I'm going to cut the video there and show you the other couple of items once I've rearranged my room. See you in a second. Right, welcome back. Sorry, I just need to rearrange a few bits so I can show you these final items. And here we go. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, which we'll look at in a bit more detail. But I'm sure you'll all recognise He-Man or Adam of Eternia, Masters of the Universe. So these are like animation cells from those original cartoons back in the 80s. And I'm assuming that's some kind of MU, Master of the Universe. Perhaps the episode, I'm not too sure, the 65 or scene. Obviously something to help when it came to grouping them all together and editing, but it's literally is a work of art. It's like beautiful. Just hold it up a little bit off the card so you can see. I'm not entirely sure what he's holding there because he's obviously got his almighty sword on his back, so less clear. It's going to be very, particularly with this one, very difficult to go through and work out what particular episode it was from, but I may may give it a go if I get a bit of time. That's number 1. Just going to reorganise them because they're easier to see on the white background. That's the second one. A bit faint, but you can just see his mouth. Amazing colours. Yeah, beautiful. Really, really chuffed to get these. I think the next mission is exactly where I'm going to put them. Ideally, I kind of frame them all, put them somewhere, but space is precious. Kind of punching through some spiked club with debris shooting off onto the distance. There he is. Pretty cool. And then the last one. Just like little splashes of water, all individually painted and stuck on. It's pretty cool. I assume he's fighting some purple tentacled monster. Supposed to have been an armband. Yeah, and that's it. In fact, there's one final item, in fact, so we'll have to do another cut and then we'll show you that one in a second.
Warriors, come out to play.
And here it is. Just the final item, and it's a big item in terms of size and in terms of coolness, in my humble opinion. But yeah, it's the pre-release movie poster for the 1979 film The Warriors. It's a fairly cult film. I wasn't aware, but it was based on a book. But I've never read the book, but I've seen this film a gazillion times and absolutely love it. I'm sure most people have checked it out, but if you haven't, then go and see it. Everything about it is mighty cool. Even the the music, the characters. The gang get framed for the murder of another gang leader in New York, and they have to make their way through the whole of New York City, fighting through, dodging the other gangs until they can get back to their home territory. But it's an absolute awesome movie. So when I saw this one, I had to pick it up. Not entirely sure where it's going to go. And it's obviously it's creased, it's been folded, it's a bit marked, but you think about how old it is, it's not a problem, and it kind of just adds to the nostalgia. I like the fact it's a pre-release as well. It's on its way, the Warriors are coming. Absolutely awesome. Well, guys and girls, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. It was always going to be a slightly different one with the focus on toys and movie memorabilia as opposed to my previous content, which has primarily been around video games, and I guess the core ingredient of the channel will remain video games. But for those that watched my first intro video, I kind of did lay out I remain a big toy collector as well. So as and when I've got a few bits to showcase, then I'll probably do a video and put it through the channel. But that said, video game fans, I've got another pickup video which I will film over the next few days. I picked up some awesome stuff yesterday, some really nice kind of boxed titles in super pucker condition. Waiting for a few more bits to turn up in the week, mainly like loose carts and stuff. So over the next few days I should have enough material to put out a good, meaningful video game pickup video. So look out for that one. Been doing these videos now just for a little over a month, so not too long, but I really enjoyed it. I think the biggest part has really just been the lovely kind of warm welcome from the community, the chat, the banter, the comments, some of those VR challenges. It's like genuinely really, particularly as it's obviously virtual at the moment with everything going on in the world. It's a really nice place to be with some lovely people. So I really look forward to continuing to put out videos. If you haven't done so already, then it really helps if you can give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, but moreover leave a comment if you've got a few seconds, a couple of minutes just to kind of type something in. Then I'd love to hear from you. Always try my best to get to and respond to all the comments that come in. Please do that if you've got a second. And likewise, if you've got anyone friends, family, etc., who may like some of the content that I'm putting out, then I'd be massively appreciative if you can make them aware of the channel. So share the channel details. I think at this stage I'll love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.